Business Now is brought to you by the Information Technology Association of America and in part by CGI, Experience the Commitment, and in part by Sprint, Stay Connected, Stay Informed, and cooperation with the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and Maryland Public Television.
Federal grant programs are huge. They dispense about $400 billion annually through more than 1,000 programs administered by 26 different agencies in 21 different categories. It's all over the map, from environmental quality aid to families with dependent children, job training, and programs such as Head Start. Well, how does a government keep track of all of that and ensure that federal dollars are being spent properly? It's been a challenge. Federal and state grants frequently receive criticism about the bureaucracy, paperwork, and misappropriations that keep the funds from getting to those most in need. But thanks to one local company that's getting high marks from agency CIOs, dramatic changes to simplify the federal grants process are now underway. Business Now's Len Dybert fills us in.
With billions in the federal grant pipeline, it would take an army of people to follow the federal dollars and monitor and measure grant performance using paper alone. But this is the age of e-government, and for Master Key Consulting, it started at the Justice Department with a single $40,000 contract to train employees on a new grants management system. Now, more than 6 years later, Master Key Consulting can say it has never lost track of a grant while supporting the distribution of more than $40 billion in federal grants.
You know, we aren't out there thumping our chests that Master Key is getting the grants out the door, because it's really the federal agencies who are getting that done. But I'm proud to say we're there helping them, and our people are making a difference.
From 3 guys working in the basement of the Justice Department in 2001, Master Key has grown into a company of some 120 employees with annual revenue of about $15 million. Master Key's corporate headquarters are in Bethesda, Maryland, with a Midwest office in St. Louis and 4 other satellite offices around the country. Today, the firm has contracts with 9 federal agencies. They include the Departments of Justice, Homeland Security, EPA, and Health and Human Services. It provides them with a whole array of consulting services, including information technology, management, training, and research and evaluation. Its specialty is supporting federal grant-making agencies.
But we've been fortunate to work on projects that are preserving native languages, that are helping to build economies, self-sufficient economies in Indian communities. We've helped put bulletproof vests on police officers and do training for police officers. Just a full gamut of things that really are impacting people's lives in a positive way.
Master Key supported major Justice Department grants for Project Safe Neighborhoods, aimed at getting dangerous criminals off the streets through tough federal prosecution and long prison sentences for gun crimes. Other Justice Department grants supported programs for exploited and missing children and Amber Alert to inform the public about child abductions. Jerry Freilich is a former CIO for the Department of Justice. He's an author and a recognized expert on grant programs. He's worked closely with Master Key Consulting, or MKC.
The federal government had to make the grant process accessible to the American public. MKC basically understood the business of the agency, that being the agency needed to get the grant money out to the potential grantees, the people that were actually applying. And it was their efforts of understanding the business process and then working with the federal government to identify the technical requirements needed and providing the solution to implement the improvements that we needed to get the grants out. Small companies like MKC certainly come through for us.
John Wilbur became full owner of Master Key in late 2006 when he bought out his business partner. Wilbur is an enrolled member of the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin. Master Key is a minority 8A firm, but Wilbur says it has not relied on that status to grow. Less than 20% of its work is on 8A or other small business contracts. Mike Wilson joined the company after more than 30 years in private industry, including 5 as Chief Financial Officer for global automotive parts leader Siegel Robert. Wilson knows that Master Key lives and dies by its reputation.
Again, its past performance is key in obtaining the new work, and we get the new work because we give the client more than they expect. When we go in to the client, we are trying first to determine what their real needs are. Listen. Then provide them ideas and recommendations for solutions.
Executive Vice President Mark Arnold is a former naval flight officer with an extensive background in supporting the defense and national security sectors of government. He provides insight into the company's passion for listening.
You get a real sense here that this company cares deeply about what they're doing, whether it's Justice Program Support, Bureau of Indian Affairs, Administration for Native Americans. They care deeply about supporting the customer.
95% of Master Key's work is in the federal sector. Its private sector clients have included Coca-Cola, Anheuser-Busch, Ritz-Carlton, McGraw-Hill, and Grambling State University in Louisiana. There, Master Key's Mark Perkins worked with university leaders to craft a grand vision for a quality living and learning environment.
Fundamentally, what we bring is a listening skill. We take the time to listen and hear what the people desire and what their vision is, and then we begin to find a solution that will fit and address their unique need.
Perkins is a highly regarded educator and strategic planner. He formerly served as chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay and as president and CEO of Towson State University. He says what differentiates Master Key is the ability to identify the client's critical challenge and work with them. The challenge at Grambling is to become a 21st century institution in every sense of the word, according to its president.
We needed to get off to a very fast start, but an effective one, and we needed to start with a plan that we could have some success in a short period of time. And so that's when I talked to Mark and turned to Master Key.
Master Key also is at work on another college campus, the College of the Menominee Nation in Wisconsin. There, John Wilbur's brother, Dave, customized software for interactive information kiosks. The kiosk is similar to those the company designed for Coke and Ritz-Carlton.
All you need to do, a person needs to do, is come up and touch the buttons, and if you want to know, get a tour, the virtual tour of the campus, you can push a button. If you want to know the history or the missions of the College of the Menominee Nation, push a button.
NASCAR fans push the buttons for the My Coke Rewards program. Coke had placed the kiosks at NASCAR tracks, and as a result, Coke interfaced with tens of thousands of people. Kevin Cohn is one of the company's first 3 employees, and he's lost none of his enthusiasm for his work or the company.
Like any organization, we have a lot of structure, but we also have the flexibility to make it an enjoyable workplace for both management down to every employee.
Master Key is a great place to work because not only is it the leadership and the growth, continued growth of the company, but also the clients that they have and how happy the clients are with Master Key and the level of performance that Master Key provides them. Also, there's a true commitment to employees here at Master Key, and it's evident almost on a daily basis.
Every day I enjoy coming in to work here. The people around me are wonderful. Everyone works hard. You know what's going on and throughout the whole company, not just the section that you're working in.
John Wilbur says Master Key has assembled the right people, a powerhouse of talent whose credentials are uncommon for a company of its size and age. And when interviewing senior executives for this story, their focus was clear. They listen, identify problems, and then provide answers.
We come from 14 different countries and 24 different states. And that mix of folks who have been everything from school bus drivers to university presidents has been something magical for us.
That magic led the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce to recognize Master Key as the Emerging Growth Company of the Year in 2005. A year later, Inc. magazine ranked Master Key the 64th fastest-growing private company in America, with growth of more than 1,069% over 3 years. Wilbur is not resting on past achievements. Master Key has created a Grants Management Center for Excellence to provide expertise in all areas of grants management. He has a goal of Master Key becoming a $50 million company by the year 2010. Native American tradition embraces a 7-generation outlook, and that philosophy is integrated in Master Key's development of its senior management team and its plan for the future.
We're in this for the long run. For Master Key, it's not about making the quick buck and selling the company or retiring. It's really about building something that's different, building something that's successful, and building something that's sustainable.